In this video, I'm going to show you a practical way to be able to do manual sourcing with Amazon FBA. And you can be able to do this with online or retail arbitrage. And just to show you that this actually works, this is actually a product that I found here. I actually found it at Walgreens. It's going for $3.29. And we can actually sell it on Amazon for $10.97, which leaves us with a profit of $2.53 and also 100% ROI. So we're basically doubling our money because of the promotion that we have here where we can buy one and get 50% off. And once again, this is just to show you that this method actually works. Now, by the end of this video, you will be able to find profitable products on your own just following this one method. You'll be able to do this method consistently so you can find products again and again, and you won't need any expensive tools. So I'm only using really one tool. So you don't need to have any crazy AI tool that helps you find products, blah, blah, blah. You don't need all of that distraction. You only need one. So this is the perfect method for beginners. Now, the reason why I made this video is because I realize a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed when it comes to sourcing. They don't know necessarily where to start. They're losing money on products because they feel like it's going to make them money, but then it ends up just flopping and they just lose money. And they just end up losing hundreds of thousands of dollars just on software, on products, and that just makes them want to give up. And if I was in their shoes, I would probably want to give up too. So that's why I want to make this video, to make sure that you fully understand how to do this method and you never waste your money on a bad product ever again. Now, here's exactly what we're going to cover, okay? Very, very simple. The step number one is going to be showing you the method, showing you exactly how it works on the fundamental stage. Now, the second step will be showing you exactly how I'm doing it step by step, click by click, so you know exactly how we can all make this possible. Now, the third step would be the profit calculation. So just breaking it down with the software, trying to see exactly how we can make the numbers work so then we can make the deal profitable. And then step number four is really just figuring out whether we should buy the product or not. So making the right decision on how many units we need to purchase, how we're going to be fulfilling it, etc. Now, just want to have a quick disclaimer here. This guide is for people who are ready to commit. If you're not willing to put in the effort to learn and consistently source products, especially if you're on a budget, this is probably not for you. Like, this is not like one of those things where you push a button and then you start making money. Like, Amazon is not a get rich quick scheme, and it's not for people who are just looking to make like just a passive income. Maybe semi-passive income for sure. You can definitely make that happen, but 100% passive is probably not going to happen. So with that being said, let's get straight to it. So the only tool you will ever need when it comes to sourcing on Amazon, the first one is going to be Seller Amp, right? And starting out, if you're on budget, if you're just getting started on Amazon, this is really all you need, okay? Don't get distracted with the other software, all the AI stuff. Like, you don't need any of that stuff, okay? This software, Seller Amp, will give you a full breakdown of everything that you need when it comes to the pricing structure, when it comes to the profit, when it comes to at what price point do you end up breaking even on the product, right? How many units you should purchase. So all the information that you actually need when it comes to figuring out if the product is actually a good product for you to buy, you will have that on the software, okay? Now, when it comes to using this software, you can actually just look it up on selleramp.com. And I'm actually already logged in, but if we were to just go on Google, right? If you go on selleramp.com, you can see that this is the software that I'm talking about, and it's pretty inexpensive, right? It's only like $20 a month or $29.95, or you can just get the annual plan and it's actually much cheaper. I definitely recommend you get the Getting Serious plan so that way you can scan more than 1,000 products per month, right? Because I actually recommend scanning at least 100 to 200 products a day, and that's how you're going to be able to build up those muscle quick, be able to find products that will be able to make you the money that you're looking for. So with that being said, let's get straight to it. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm doing this method here. And it's actually very, very simple. So right now we're just going to go on Google. And essentially what I want to do is I want to have a list of all the known retail store in the US, right? So Gemini is actually doing a pretty good job of that when it comes to looking this up. And you will see that obviously it has Walmart, Amazon, Costco, like all of these stores that everybody goes to. And all we want to do, guys, it is so simple. All you want to do, guys, is, for example, I take Kohl's here. I'm going to want to do a Google search with Kohl's, and then all I'm going to add in is the word clearance. That's it. That's literally what the method is. The reason why we're typing in clearance is because we want to find the products that are on clearance, because it has a higher chance of being profitable when you're looking it up on Amazon, right? Because it's for a lower price, and then we're going to sell it for more. So in here, we're just going to go on, click on the first link that we're seeing here. That's not sponsored. And then here, clearance sales, boom. It's going to show you exactly all the products that are on clearance. And all you have to do essentially is you have to sort it, right? From price low to high. And then once we do that, we can actually look through these products and then see if we can actually sell them on Amazon and for how much, right? So this is literally what this is. And yes, it is tedious work. Yes, it is manual work. And but I'm telling you right now, this method absolutely works because no one wants to do it. That's the only reason why. People are lazy. Most people do nothing. So when it comes to a method like this, for someone like me, and for the students that I've been teaching you how to do, students have been absolutely crushing it. Now, with that being said, here's what I like to do. So I like to open up a lot of different windows here, right? And what I would do in this case is whenever I have the product opened here, then I would click on the seller and pick Chrome extension. And then in here, it's going to show me if the product is actually available or not, right? And a lot of times, like if you don't see the actual brand here, for example, is Celebrate Together, I don't think that this brand is actually there on Amazon. But let's see. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few. So we could actually find something, but this more seems like a seasonal product, so I doubt it would actually sell because it's celebrate Halloween, right? So it's probably not going to sell right now. So we're just going to close this up. And you want to be able to do this for every single, so all the 5,000 products that's in here, you want to be able to do the manual sourcing and find profitable deals that way. So you can do it with Kohl's, you can do it with Walmart, you can do it with Walgreens, you can do it with Vitacost, any websites out there that most people shop to. And I love doing this on a website like Kohl's or even Walgreens. It's very powerful. And that's actually how I was able to find that product that I showed you guys earlier. So going into Walgreens, we're going to go into the clearance section here. And then boom, these are all the products. And that's literally the product I was talking about here, right? So that's the product that I found here. And it can actually be shipped to me with same day delivery, which is great. Now, there's a bunch of other ones here. And let's even look at this one here. Let's see if it's actually, okay, this product is not available. That's fine. But we still got 84 items that we can actually look through and see if it's available, right? And if you want, you can just select all products. That's what I usually recommend. And then you can see if they're available for same day delivery, depending on exactly if you want to buy it in store. That's also a possibility. You just have to put in your zip code and then it's going to show you exactly in which store it's available, right? But now in this case, what we're going to do, we're just going to do once again the same thing. Just open up a bunch of different windows. And I'm just going to skip on the ones that says Walgreens, right? Because these are private label brands, right? These are brands that Walgreens actually created. So we're probably just not going to be able to sell that product anyway. So let's just open up a few here and skipping Walgreens once again. And I will open a few. That's the one that I found profitable. So we're just going to skip on that one. That one wasn't available. And here's another product here, and let's see if that one is profitable. So I have the Seller Chrome extension here. By the way, if you want to get the Seller Chrome extension, just go to Google extension and you'll be able to find it. Now, we want to be able to make sure when we're looking at these products that it's the actual same exact one that we're looking at, right? Very, very simple. Whenever you have the Chrome extension that pulls up on the right hand side, just click on the Amazon icon and the product will be shown here, bigger picture and everything. So it would actually make things easier when you're looking at the product and seeing if it's the exact same. So in this case, it doesn't seem like it is. So, and it doesn't seem like we can find that product. Well, at least the same exact one, just looking at this on the right hand side here. So not every single product will be available on Amazon, and that's fine, right? We're just going to skip around and see if we can actually find this product. So Then we have this deal here. Apparently you can get coupons, and I'm pretty sure you can actually kind of stack them together. So that's interesting, right? So let's see what we can find on Amazon here. Let's see. That's the 1.6. So you have to get it for at least $2 to make this profitable. Now, if we do, let's see, if we do this times two, that's going to be around like 15. And then we get $5 off two. And then we can also get a promotion. We could potentially make this work, right? And then if you're kind of wondering if you can stack codes together, right? Because that's ultimately how we could make the deal work in this case, right? It will actually show you here if we can actually combine the coupons and promotions together, right? So in this case, it seems like we can actually stack this up with the 50% off and the actual coupon, right? So potentially we could actually make this deal work. I'm gonna make the math real quick. So it's 779, right? And then they said the second one is 50% off. So let's just figure out how much is 779 times two. So that's $3 approximately, right? So let's put these two together, and then we actually get $5 off of this, right? So $5. So that's 6.6. And then since we're going to be selling a one pack, right? We can actually divide this by two. So 6.6 divided by two, that's 3.34. And what you want to make sure is that the max cost is actually higher than the cost price. So just looking at this, when you're looking at the product price, it's at 334 and that one is at 291. So it would have to be priced a little bit higher for you to actually even make money from this, right? Because 339, you're only making 52 cents and 15% ROI, which isn't horrible, right? Because we got sellers in here that has 1,000 units, and there's not even that many sellers, right? So if you're making 50 cents every time that you're flipping this item, and you have, let's say, 1,000 units, well, you just made like $500, right? So a lot of times when it comes to Amazon, it's a volumes game. Amazon is really just a volumes game. Like the more that you sell, the more money you make. So in this case, like you look at this and be like, yo, 52 cents, like what am I gonna do with this? But then if it's getting 2,000 sales a month, like that's good money, right? So in this case, like if you want to figure out, for example, like, hey, how many units should I really purchase here? Like you can put in a test order if you want 5 to 10 units, especially if you're on the budget too. Like you're just starting with like 100, $200. Like you want to, that's the budget that you can have. But essentially, that's really what you want to do. Every time that you're finding a good deal, you can use Seller Amp to input the information here. It's actually going to save the link for you, and at the same time, you can also export the information into your sheet. So if you click on the Excel sheet that you want it to be sent to, this deal will actually be sent to the spreadsheet. So that way, when it comes time for you to make the purchase, you have a whole list of products that you could potentially purchase, and then you can make your final decision from there. So that's exactly how I would go about finding these products. Once again, it is a very effective method because you can keep doing this for the entirety of the website, right? For each and all of the known retail stores in the US, you can do this. And the only thing that would be stopping you is the amount of products that you're looking at. So if you're looking at 100 to 200 products a day, you would 100% find a few profitable products. And there's some days that you won't find any deals. It is what it is, right? That's just part of the game. But just starting out, you'll find a lot of good profitable deals that doesn't necessarily have a lot of competition. Like this product right here doesn't have much competition here. It really like 7 or 8 offers. And if we're looking at the buy box ownership, like it's mainly FBA. There's not many FBM sellers. So we're really competing with 3 sellers here, really 2 when you think about it, because this guy is probably going to sell out soon as well as this guy. So if you're adding yourself into the equation, you can really buy up to like 600 units or 700 units of this product and be able to sell it. So that's really how this whole thing works, right? It's super, super powerful. This method is actually how I got started, and I was able to find deals that way. And it's actually one of my favorite ones. Just type it in the name of the store and then clearance, and then you go straight to the clearance, find the good deals, and then you can do this manually and find good products. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you on the next one.